Hi, this is Jared Friedman from Redwood Financial Planning. Your spending habits can make or break your financial success. In this video, I discuss 4 reasons why people spend too much money. Please watch. The inflow and outflow of cash is as important to your household as it is to any business on the street. Your goal should be to maximize inflows and minimize outflows to create a surplus. And that surplus should be then converted into investable assets for your future. Bing, bang, boom. Let's hold up for a second. It is my assumption that you at least understand the basic financial concepts of budgeting, saving, and monitoring your money. But this doesn't necessarily mean that you're in control of your spending. Without having any surplus, there is nothing to save or monitor. So you see, controlling your spending habits is actually the big deal. I want to help you understand why you might be consistently breaking the piggy bank. Because in my experience, once I can identify the reason I'm doing something wrong, I've been able to autocorrect and fix the behavior. I hope that is you too. So let's dig in. Number 1, failing to think about the future. It can be difficult to adequately predict future expenses, but thinking about the future is a key component of financial responsibility. If you have a tendency to focus on the here and now only without taking the future into account, then you might find that this leads you to overspend. Maybe you feel that you're acting responsibly simply because you've started an emergency account, or maybe you feel that it will help you cover your future expenses, but in reality, it may create a false sense of security that leads you to spend more than you can afford at any given moment. Remember that the purpose of your emergency savings account is to be a safety net in the times of financial crisis. And if you're constantly tapping it for unnecessary purchases, you are not using it correctly. Change this behavior by keeping the big picture in perspective. Create room in your budget that allows you to spend discretionally, and use your emergency savings only for true emergencies. By having a careful, thought out plan in place, you'll be less likely to overspend without realizing it. Number 2, rewarding yourself. Are you a savvy shopper who rarely splurges, or do you spend too frequently because you want to reward yourself all the time? If you fall in the latter category, your sense of willpower might be to blame. People who see willpower as a limited resource often trick themselves into thinking that they deserve a reward whenever they demonstrate any degree of willpower. And as a result, they may develop the unhealthy habit of overspending on random, unnecessary purchases in order to fulfill their desire for a reward. Now, this doesn't mean that you're never allowed to reward yourself. You just might need to think of other ways that don't lead to overspending. Develop healthier habits by rewarding yourself in ways that don't cost so much money, such as spending time outside or reading or with a small treat. Both your body and your wallet will thank you. Now, if you do decide to splurge on a reward from time to time, do yourself a favor and plan your purchase. Figure out how much it will cost ahead of time so you can save accordingly instead of tapping your savings. And make sure that your reward, whether it's small or big, has a purpose and is meaningful to you. Also, try scaling back. For example, instead of dining out every weekend, why not limit this expense to once or twice a month? Chances are that you'll enjoy it that much more and feel good about the money savings from dining out less. Number 3, mixing your mood with your money. Your emotional state can be an integral part of your ability to make sensible financial decisions. When you're unhappy, you might not be thinking clearly, and saving is probably not your first priority. Boredom or stress also make it easy to overspend because shopping serves as a fast and easy distraction from your feelings. This narrow focus on short-term happiness might be a reason why you're spending more than normal. Waiting to spend when you're happy and thinking more positively could shift your focus back to your long-term financial goals. Avoid temptations and steer clear of stores or websites if you feel you'll spend needlessly after having an emotionally challenging day. Stay on track and it will benefit you in the long run. Number 4, not minding the gap. When your income rises, do you tend to spend more? It is in your best interest to always live below your means and keep a large gap between your income and expenses. You should feel wealthier when you have more money in the bank and retirement plans rather than when you buy more stuff. Don't be fooled. The person with the bigger house or nicer car than you simply made a choice on how to spend their money. They are not necessarily wealthier. Are you guilty of any of the 4 reasons listed above? If the answer is yes, it's okay if you're willing to make a change. You must stop making excuses and take control of your spending habits. Your financial future is counting on you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any future videos, and as always, have a great day.